Which zany personality do you have? Definition of zany? Does that mean I don't have a zany I don't think I'm a zany person. What's the definition of zany? Just wait for Jane to message in the chat. Amusingly unconventional and idiosyncratic, weird, crazy, like out there. All right, okay, cool. I'm gonna put my phone on charge because it's nearly dead. Eclectic, right? Okay. This could be fun. Right. So because it's hard for someone to look at themselves from the outside, we'll saw it for you. We'll do it for you. Proofreading. Our results are based on years of research and hard data. Let us classify you today. Okay, sure. So Volks just put the quiz in the chat. Play along at home, get yourself an answer. If don't give your answer just yet, leave it till the end. We like to have a nice full discussion about everyone's answers and how broken the quiz is. Okay? So start. Oh dear. It is 1930. I don't know years. Your bank goes under and you've lost all your money. What do you do to help yourself? Stand up to the banks. You trusted them and they owe you. You'll make them pay. You'll probably won't have had enough to buy a sandwich in your savings. Let it be. It's too much trouble. Write your congressman and take it to Washington. This is an outrage and an insult to the American identity. You force yourself to work 2 jobs to support your family that you need, and the bank is already dead. Bank goes under. Is there anything about the 1930s that I need to be aware of, and why it's so poignant to the question? For those who don't know, I am geographically retarded, and I don't know dates or years of the Depression. Some say it was great. Right, well, so my money's fucked then. Like, that ain't coming back. Because I was going to say this top one. Because, judging by the second answer, Wall Street crash was 1929. Right, okay. I vaguely know what these things are enough to establish a basis. You probably won't have enough to buy a sandwich. I have enough to buy a sandwich in my bank, so that's not a valid answer. Right, your congressman, I'm not a political person, so why would I want to take a political route? Is my theory for that one, so no, I wouldn't do that one. Daleks were in New York. So it's basically between, do I try and fight back, or do I just accept the losses? I don't know the ins and outs of like the Great Depression. But I'm assuming my money's just gone. I can't see any way that I would get that back, even if I argued for it. That goes on and you've lost all your money. What do you do to help yourself? Force yourself to work 2 jobs to support your family. They need you and your bank's going to. Ugh. Oh, I'm not going to check out the channel then. I didn't even find it that funny. But yeah, okay. Yeah, check out Volk's channel. He's a funny dude. If his moderators are online. Maybe pick this one just because, given the option, I'd probably try. And then, when that doesn't work, I'd probably go and do this one. That's my theory. I don't want to think about this too much because I feel like we've got a lot of deliberating to go. So, This is a question. Yeah, I know. This happens every time. Scott, this is only the first fucking question. Can you get on with it, please? Yes, I am, thank you. You have 3 qualified applicants to fill a position at your work. It is your job to figure out which one gets the job. How do you choose? It would be too hard to pick. It would be too hard to turn 2 of them down, hire them all. No. They wouldn't mind if you passed it down to the lower level of HR. No longer your problem. All of them fit the job. Go with your intuition. You can't be wrong. It's obvious to you which one is in need of a job the most right now. Hire them. No. Well, well. Hiring them all. It's not. Surely, if you've only got one position, it's not financially or linked to. No idea what you're talking about there, Volk. Oh right. I'm Fidget. I've never heard of it. It's also no longer 93. Right, that's fine. Yeah, it's still not. If I've only got one position, I don't see the point in hiring all 3. If I've got one position, I'm filling one position. Wouldn't mind if you pass it down to HR. No, it's not really the HR. Especially me, where I work in IT, HR wouldn't know who's more capable of the job. There's more to just qualifications. I am an example of that. Wow. Wow, Volk. Not that I've got another job lined up or anything. Jesus. No longer. All of them fit. Go with your intuition. You can't be wrong. It's probably that one, which sounds stupid. I've got an interview on Thursday, but the interview is with my best friend from Worcester and my other friend from Worcester. So it's on the morning. You can calm down. You'll be asleep by the time I'm doing that. You can go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Cheers, mate. It's obvious which one needed a job. Now this is an interesting one because really, um, if they're desperate for a job and they're qualified, theoretically they'll work hard to keep the job. So technically, I'd get better out of them. But theoretically, this fits the same thing. If you know what I mean? Like, if I use my intuition, technically I could use my intuition and be like, no, this guy wouldn't do it. This guy's coming across as he really wants the job, and he looks really good at it, so I'm going to pick that one. And part is the Zany part. Oh Jesus, right, okay. I mean, I'm already on question 2, but this is fine so far for like a quiz that I do. This is fine so far. I'm going to go with this one. Just because I've got a good feel for people, and this merges into that one because of that kind of thing. But I do agree with this one in the sense of if someone's desperate for the job and they're qualified, they'll probably work really hard to keep the job. So, pick this one. You buy a new Game Boy, and it comes with an instruction manual. Do you read it? Yes, you may learn something you haven't expected. Yes, it is important to understand the functions and limitations. No, reading is boring. No, you already know how to use a Game Boy. Are we actually talking the first Game Boy? Or are we presuming they release a new Game Boy now? If it's a new Game Boy now, I would probably read it. Because I may learn something that I hadn't expected. It's an old one, right, well I already know how to use the Game Boy, so I'm not going to read it. Okay, yeah? It's not because reading's boring, because they are. If I ever buy new tech, I always read the instructions so that I can. I was doing jokes. I wasn't sure how people were reading it, is what I mean. It's kind of how this goes. If I'm stuck on the concept of the. Not the concept, the situation, you read it as old one. Right, okay. In which case, yeah, I would. I know how to use a Game Boy, and they weren't overly technical. Otherwise, it would be well, yeah. Do you know how to use a Game Boy? Is really how I understood it. Yeah, okay. Oh, it doesn't get you today. Right, that's fine. It's fine. Right, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. So we all thought you were handed a Game Boy right now. Um, do you read the manual? No, because we all know how to use it. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. We can have days like that. They didn't have Game Boys. No, we already know how to use one. Next. There's a hood rat riding off on your bike. He's got a pretty good head start, but you know the streets as well as he does. What do you do? Stealing? My stuff? Ooh, that little bastard. I'm gonna go get a good curb stomping. Oh, God. Yeah, that's true. It's just the fact that it said new Game Boy. It's like, well, it's not new. Oh, new is in condition. You know what? It's fine. We did it now. He's already almost gone. Besides, he'll probably have a knife. I have a oh shit. I have a bike. He can keep it for now, but when I see it again, he'll be sorry he was born. Right. Well, I don't have a bike, so that was a pretty easy one, right? If I did have a bike, I'm not that aggressive. Maybe this one, 'cause I like to. I'll get you back eventually. Kind of how it would work. Uh, but I am also this presumptuous, so yeah, we'll go with that. Comic-Con is in town. You only have one ticket, and they are now sold out. What do you do? Go by yourself. Maybe you'll meet someone similar there. Besides, your friends don't need to know what you're really like. No. Uh, when has what? When has one ticket ever stopped you and the crew? All hide out in the bathroom for 2 days prior, and pass around the one ticket to get the no. Comic Con is gay. Scalp your ticket to some nerd. Hmm. Better not go. You've heard the bad stories about scantily clad cosplayers and obnoxious neckbeards from your friends. So, I don't like the way it's worded, but basically, no, I would never go to a new thing on my own. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I don't know anyone, I'm not going. Is basically the premise. For those who don't know, for me with social situations, the rule is if I don't know at least 50% of the people there, I'm not going to be happy there. I'll go there and I'll make friends if I really need to go, but I'm not keen on the idea. Um, no, I'm not wanting to try and break rules like this, so that's not a thing. Uh, I would sell the ticket though. Yeah, it's to be fair, it's because you were running it. Otherwise, I'd be very upset. And when I was there, yeah, it was actually pretty rough when I first got there. But you didn't know, so here you go. That's fine now, don't worry. Yeah, I'd probably sell the ticket though. Love you too. Um, but this sounds like I'm being a twat about it. But I would just sell the ticket. Better not go. Uh, th no, I've heard Comic Cons are really good actually. Like, I would go to one if a group of people went and I had a ticket. The issue is the price that it takes to get a ticket, and all the social. Let's not go into it. I'm gonna do this one. I would sell the ticket, is what I'm going with. But it's not like I hate Comic Cons. It's just because I've only got one ticket. I'm not going alone. So is this gonna write me up as some weird twat who says Comic Cons are gay? Yeah, just to nudge it over the edge. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, maybe this one. Okay. I've changed my answer because I'm worried about. Yeah, so I'm worried that I'm hemming myself into what's technically incorrect about me. Um, maybe say this one, but because I've heard about all of the crowds, that's why I wouldn't go. but I would sell the ticket. But I wouldn't say that they're gay. So, so I'm gonna pick this one just because I better not go. I wouldn't go. So there we go. You take a girl on a date, and when you get the check, she casually mentions that her ex always tipped 10% more than what you just did. Fucking what? What? What a twat! Laugh and ignore her. Those pigs are already charging an arm and a leg. They don't need any more. Better increase it to appease her. You don't want to get her mad over something as silly as a few bucks. If she got mad over something as silly as a few bucks, they're a twat. There is a bad sign and an early red flag. Do it to shut her up and never talk to her again. Maybe. She's serious, isn't she? Tip in cash and show you mean it, but swipe the whole thing as you leave. The staff is mad, they can take it up with her ex. I like that one, but I would never do it. I do not have the balls to do that. Oh man. Uh, this one probably. Because I probably would do it just because in the moment I'd panic and I'd be like, sure, whatever. But yeah, it's like, no, fuck this person. Or don't fuck this person, I guess. So yeah, that one. That one, that one, that one. The year is 1692. Please put in the chat any important world events at that point so I can get this. And the police have just caught a witch. Ah, right, okay. I think I got it. Yeah, it's fine. I think I got it. Don't worry. And the police have just caught a witch. You are the judge. Which logic convinces you of her fate? Haven't you read the answers yet? She's really hot. Promises anything if you free her. The people want blood. Give it to them. She probably wasn't innocent anyways if they hate her this much. There's no proof. Let her free until she's proven to be satanic. Release her. Are the colonists crazy? New England needs every colonist who can get in order to prosper, even if she's a little spooky. Ah. Yeah, I did look at the dates, how Right. This doesn't matter. I'm a fucking judge. Jesus Christ. Um, I think in 1961. Oh yeah. Oh well. Minecraft 2 is out, so I don't care. That was only 150 years ago. um, yeah, I'm not one for just. I mean, obviously it's a different time, I guess, but I wouldn't massacre someone just to please everybody else. There's no proof. Let her free until she's proven to be satanic. Release her, and then yeah, she's a little spoopy. So I mean, the issue is the time period, isn't it? If I do release her, someone will kill her. It's just how it works, right? Um, so I mean, there's no proof, so I'd probably let her free until she's proven otherwise. But back then, you proved they were a witch by trying to drown them. Sit loud, stay home. um, trying to drown them, and if they didn't drown, they were a witch and burned at the stake. If they drowned, they weren't a witch. So maybe I don't want to look for proof. Well, she's dead anyway, so maybe it's not my problem anymore. I'm contradicting the previous answer, aren't I? But then there's this one. Alcohol is crazy. Like, maybe it is just kind of weapon that shape me. Like, look, even if she is a little crazy, let's just try and help each other out, can't we? Maybe our powers are useful. I'm gonna pick this one just because I would try and talk sense into them, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna pick that one. Hell certain and whatnot. Yep. Right, you see two hitchhikers in the rain. A beautiful woman and an old man who looks like he will die unless he gets to the hospital. You only have two seats in your car, and you're in one of them. What do you do? Give them your car, you saved a life, and the babe promised you she'd return. There. Give them your what? No, you can afford another. What? And they both need it far more than you do. No, drive past them. You'd probably blow it anyways. Someone else with a bigger car will come along. You reason. Drive past them, pick up both hitchhikers. What? Picking up hitchhikers is a good way to end up dead. The hands are a crazy hobo in disguise. Right, hang on. Surely if they expect you to trust them enough to take your car, expect them to trust you enough to do it. Yeah, I would take the old man to the hospital and then I'd come back for the woman. What? Oh, mate. This one was the one I sent to Jane. I'm not sure on this one. I'm not giving them a car. Fuck that. I think I'm gonna because my theory is someone else with a bigger car will come along if that's really your problem. That's really your problem situation. Um, or like you would ring an ambulance to go and see them as you drove past. Be like, oh, that person looks bad. Hello, 911. Yeah, normally I'd pick the one I said, but because quiz basically like, oh right, okay. What answer was like, what? So you thought you're not actually 30% Samaritan, so you thought fuck it, that's incorrect. Is that what you did there? I'm selfish sometimes though, so like I would convince myself that me and my car is not suited for the situation, so I would just drive past and hope that someone else is coming along soon. You can use hands free in the car. It's literally an emergency mode for stuff like that. It was really just you answered throughout. Oh right, okay. Fair, fair. Right, I'm gonna do this one because I would have convinced myself that I am not the one for the situation, and there'll be another car soon that'll make a better judgment. But I agree with Ipsy's is in that is how you get killed. So yeah, I don't drive the Slack Knowledge Fair. The Olympics are in your city this year. Where do you spend most of your time? Not gonna enjoy this question, am I? Hanging around the Olympic Village is a great way to meet new people and experience new cultures. Alerting the attendees of the shameless corporate marketing that is ruining the Olympics for everyone. Why can't people just have fun like they used to. That's not how that works. People do this as for living. Watch the classic sports that were played thousands of years ago. It's amazing. It's amazing has this aspect of life has stayed the same. Fucking hell. It's amazing as this aspect of life has stayed the same as society evolved through the years. The women's beach volleyball, no doubt. I don't want to meet new people. Fuck that. Corporate marketing, that's how the athletes make money. So I'm not going to bitch about that, am I? Beach volleyball, I'm not that shallow. So I think this one, I guess. If I have to pick one, the answer is I wouldn't watch it, I'd just stay at home and do nothing. But you know. I'd stockpile food so I didn't have to leave while the Olympics was on. That's what I'd do. Anywho, this one. Just because it's the most sane out of all of them. Question 10. You chose a village because new food. Yeah. My anxiety would get the better of me though. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably send somebody else out to get the food for me. Literally 8 years ago, Newcastle had Olympic events. Didn't do any of it. Yeah, exactly. It's 2 a.m. and your fat Mexican neighbour is practicing their trumpet solo for their middle school musical. You can see them from their open window. How do you deal with it? What do you mean deal with it? You notice your other jerk neighbour, that lawyer snob, is screaming his head off. You smile slugly and enjoy the music. Oh, mate. Put some headphones on and drown him out. It's a win-win. He doesn't have a right to keep others up who actually have to work. Call his mother and tell her to make him stop. If it's 2 a.m., he probably has a good reason. You don't want to end up looking self-centered, and it's honestly not that bad of music. Yeah, I agree with you, Bloodbore. Oh man. 2 a.m. I'm already awake at 2 a.m. At the minute, at least. It wouldn't be normally, I guess. I tend to have stuff on while I'm going to sleep anyway, so doing headphones would work, I guess. It's just the same thing anyway. Like, I've got headphones to sleep with, so. Oh man. He doesn't have the right to keep others up who are working. Wait, so is the last answer do nothing without actually saying do nothing? It's a relaxing trumpet to sleep to, yeah. Don't stop scanning. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna go with headphones because I basically go to sleep with noise anyway. This one is defunct because this one exists, I guess. This one I'd let someone else make a complaint. I can't be bothered. Let him do what he wants because it's not affecting me that much. So I'm gonna pick this one. Simple enough. Last question. A piece of is that supposed to be bologna falls out of your sandwich onto the floor. What do you do? Throw it away. It's gross and tainted. Put it back in the sandwich. You've done it before and you're still alive. Bologna in your sandwich? Yuck. Must be a mistake. Leave it there. Give it to the dog. No use wasting good food. Is that how you spell baloney, is it? I thought it was with an E at the end. I thought it was bologna. That's fine. I don't spell baloney regularly. Because it's not, because it's an American thing. It fell on your fat Mexican neighbor. Oh, God. I mean, this way you just give it a dog, don't you? I have eaten things off the floor quite regularly. Quite regularly. I'm I'm fine with fat Mexican friend. For fat Mexican neighbor being it, I'm going to. At least you didn't say Bologna. What you mean like that? I approve too. New emote. What a fat? How do you convert a fat Mexican neighbor in like this? Oh God. Yeah. So, but if I make a sandwich, it's always got sauce in it, and then when sauce gets on the floor, things stick to it. Unfortunately, I think it's too late now. I think they've already ran to the hills with it. So I'm gonna pick it up the dog because the dog would eat it. I've got a dog. It'll have sauce in it. I won't eat it. So right, are we ready? Shut up. You got neat, passive, awkward, and what the fuck is this? What is this? What on earth? Let's read it out properly, shall we? I got the first line and shit myself. Passive, awkward, and a morbidly obese man-child who cannot support himself. You've considered suicide, but your mum won't buy you a gun or let you into the cleaning supplies. You know you'll die alone and a total disappointment, but it's easier that than facing the hardships of life. Your answers reflect that you are too lazy to take action, are a disgusting mess, and you have no desire for self-improvement. It seems only your determined sexual cravings and thirst for virtual worlds keep you moving through life. The fuck? Right, okay, okay. We'll break mine down and then we'll try and get everyone else's. Everyone kind of spam the chat as normal. That is fine. I'll break it down, okay? And then we'll go through everyone else's answers. I am passive. I would agree with that. I can be awkward. I'd agree with that. Morbidly obese man-child who cannot support himself. I can I can support myself. I'm not morbidly obese, but I am obese. Well, am I considered obese? I think so. I think I'm considered obese at this point. Man-child, probably, but I don't come across as one. So, no. You've considered suicide, yes. But your mum won't buy you a gun or let you into the clean supplies. Well, that's not why I didn't do it, but you know. You know that you'll die alone, total disappointment. Incorrect. I think I'll die a fucking god, but you know, with someone at my side. Um, and it's easier than facing the hardships of life. That was part of the motivation to why I considered suicide. So there. But I got past it. Your answers reflect that you're too lazy to take action. That can be true for a lot of parts of it. So kinda true, but if it actually needed to, I would take action. If my life was an absolute mess, I would do something. Are a disgusting mess. I can be. I have no desire for self-improvement. I do have a desire for self-improvement. Any aspects of my life that are considered a disgusting mess, I do want to improve. So there's the desire there. Whether or how well I attempt them is a different matter. Um, it seems your only demented sexual cravings. I don't have sexual cravings, and the thirst for virtual worlds are not that gaming addicted. Keeps you moving through life. So it's um if I had to give it a percentage, so how many points are there? So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 14 points in that. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh wow, 6 out of 14 points I agree with. So yeah, that's not great, is it? I can't do percentages, not in my head anyway. 6 as a percentage of 14, less than half. We'll say 45% accurate. Not brilliant, but I did like it. It's an interesting one. No one in the chat seems happy. Uh, but no, I still appreciate as a quiz. Oh, sorry, except right. Let me try and go through what everyone got. Shinobi got neat. Bloodball got neat too. Is Jane a monster? Is that what she got? She got something else. Oh, Ipsy's also got neat. Yeah. Only line. Yeah. Uh, what does communist an anarchist get you? What's the full wording on that one? Mr. Midnight's a communist anarchist. Nice, nice. Uh, ever had a quiz just shit all over you? That is a lot of us were basically forced virtue answers half the time. I thought all the bases were covered. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Jane got neo-Nazi. Please tell us what that means in the chat. Fucking neo-Nazi. Imagine making a quiz. Imagine making a blood ball. Imagine making a quiz to show off all these morally good answers, and then refer to people as morbidly obese man children and fat Mexican neighbours. America, everybody. Quiz is a mess. Quiz by M. Night Shyamalan. Being classified as fat Mexican neighbour is the true ending. Quiz is clearly made by a quant. Fat Mexican neighbour is the secret ending. Got the good end. Fat Mexican neighbour irrelevant. So next week we all learn how to play the trumpet. Uh, yeah, my demented sexual. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that, but like, if the other stuff doesn't make sense, that last part is fine. Like, don't let this quiz shit all over you because part of it is correct. Um, everyone's got sexual cravings, especially in our community. There's a lot of people who like to play video games. I wouldn't worry about that. We are renamed all our chatbots to be the same thing. We have a winning name. Oh god. Uh, Secretly Mexican. Or, really, I nearly bought a £10 plastic trumpet the other month. I'll give it everything. Male social justice warrior. Right, okay. So, misdemeanor. So this is the communist anarchist. Share the wealth, share it by any means, even if it means bloodshed. You are working for the evolution of human society, helping it reach its pinnacle in a social utopia. You know that you must lay low, slowly spreading your tentacles of influence into the minds of those around you, planting the seeds that will grow into a worker-based communal paradise. Your answers show that you have no regard or respect for the US's capitalistic laws and society. This shows that even in the most petty ways, you try to impose communism into your daily life whilst forcing it down others' throats. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh man. Oh, right, neo-Nazi. You must, you must be descended from Hitler's lost nut. His spirit will lead his Übermensch to a future any German would be proud of. You obviously will make a fine addition to his core of goons. His network spanning from Europe to South America. You hate the Jewish race and want to create a kingdom that will last 1,000 years. If you told others your true feelings, you'd probably never get a job again. The majority of your answers indicate that you are seething with hatred for those lower than you. The so-called scum of society. Your answers reflect your dreams of a world in which only the purest dwell. Oh man, fucking fantastic. Jesus Christ. Right, so this one is male social justice warrior. All you do is complain and whine. The only time you shut up is when your dominant sex friend, I think is what that's meant to be. Hex friend? Sex friend. Bellows at you to stop crying. You are either a tiny man shrimp or a fat neon excuse for human. You think that you have the magical power to cure imaginary problems by screaming at them. The squeaky wheel may get the greasing, but if you keep it up, you better expect a knuckle sandwich. Your answers show that you are a total pushover and are always trying to appease someone because you believe your race, sex, and social class has abused them, even if you've never met them before. Wow. All right. Okay. Is it was X he? That's alright. Okay, that's fine then. Wow. All right. So I was gonna try and say that these seem like massively exaggerated versions of what maybe the answers are, where part of it's correct, part of it's incorrect because it's a personality quiz. Not everyone's the same. But Volk, yours is completely incorrect. Like completely incorrect. Like James, I could argue. Bear in mind, no, no, no. Right, right, right. Hang on. Stop. Stop. Overly exaggerated, and I said parts of it. So you could take Jane's as she hates idiots. She hates idiots. That's it. She wants people to stop being idiots. She wants people to stop clubbing seals for sport. She wants people to stop racing whippets for sport. Not lower than you. That's what I'm saying. It's exaggerated in like several different ways. I'm trying to just find something in it. Yours is unfortunately for Puff Daddy. No, I don't know yours, Kyle. Stay low, spin. No, actually, no. I've just reread yours. No, yeah, no, fuck it. I read Jane's and I was like, well, there's times where like she hates absolute idiots, but it's still nothing like that. But no, I've reread it and it's not really like you don't exert like because I was even look like 'cause if you read that one, you break it all the way down to you exerting influence, whether it's impromptu or not. Yeah, it's it's interestingly shocking, but yeah, it's just really over the top, isn't it? Fucking hell. I I enjoyed it, but not as a quiz. So I guess the people that came here for a quiz probably didn't enjoy it. Trollish is definitely the word. Jesus Christ. Because the questions, although badly made because they don't cover all bases, um, I didn't see what Ingo said. For me, I hate archdicalism. Really do. Richer get richer. I mean, Trump. Yeah, well, that's the thing with doing a massively Americanized quiz as well, isn't it? I don't want to. Volk does a great job of picking them. And the fact that he's got to come up with one every single time and he had a nap, it's fine. We're allowed one weird one to get through. I enjoyed it, but obviously, yeah, if we take this as a comedy, if we take this, sometimes these quizzes can Which other quiz was bad? I didn't mind it. I haven't minded any of them. The thing to point out is obviously if we do a similar sort of quiz each time, then yeah, I agree with Ipsy's trolling is definitely the right way to put it. You have some relatively innocent questions, that yes, badly done, um, and then the answer that you get is so like thrown out of proportion. It's so well, it's just really aggressive. Like all of the answers that you've given are all really aggressive. None of them are really positive. Yeah, that's the thing. Someone wrote it. It gives you an idea of the freaking internet. I don't. I like to be. This is the quiz you're doing today, Scott. Thank you very much, Volk. You've done a great job. Or thanks, Jane, for helping. We'll do this one. Yeah. If it's this particular site, that's a hard hard work to pick some laminate floor. Oh yeah. Whew. It's literally a quiz on the bottom. Oh right, I didn't even see that. What the fuck? Yeah, no. definitely an interesting one. I find it hilarious that Puff Daddy it's basically perfect. Um, but yeah, interesting one.